Well, welcome back to another episode of corru.observer. Looks like time has passed since our last time. Moth over here is saying, right. Well, I've got something to tell you all. I gathered together most of my notes. Most of my notes I've been taking have been either on the call or Velzy friend. And I've been thinking like we're gonna start getting some answers in regards to this, so I wanted to clarify some of my final theories before we get into what the answers are going to be. And so I've made a PowerPoint. Let's take you over to PowerPoint. Welcome everybody to the What the Fuck Is This Thing PowerPoint. You know them, you love them. It's the thing we call Velzy. It's the thing we call friend. It's the one that mercilessly destroyed the authentication layer. The one that cruelly forced me to feed the corru assist before letting me access interesting things. It's the one who'd like to press people on some sort of meteor. It's the thing that shows up when you least want it to. And most importantly, it's the thing that smiles. What the hell do we know about this thing? Well, firstly, it seems to be contained within Akazit's corru assist. How'd that get there? Genuinely, I believe this collapsed memory is going to have to end somehow. I feel like we're gonna have to see this thing. As of point number 2, it has a personality and sort of, they said they feel themselves again, which means they have a sense of self. This is my one and major thing I'll be focusing on, because I have floated the possibility of this just being somehow call related. Maybe this is a manifestation of the call itself. Then again, I don't know why it's stuck here in Akazit's corru assist, right? I don't really know what's going on. But we're going to be exploring its sense of self specifically because of the third point, which is that it remembers its time in the embassy fondly. Well, as it happens, we're in the embassy now. I feel like that means something in the embassy becomes this thing. As far as its goals and what we're going to see it do in the future, it firstly needed the cyst functional. It wanted us to feed the cyst, which makes sense. But currently, as of now, it needs communications functional, which is going to take a while. It really wants to communicate with someone. Perhaps the Obesk back home would be my best guess, especially if it is somehow call related. I doubt there's any human we'd want to talk to. But again, I'm going to be refuting my own assumption that it's not as simple as just a call. So who is this thing? Well, we have a few suspects. First and foremost, Kavik! I know in recent episodes I've sort of eliminated him from suspicion. I got to know him a bit more, I'll be honest. He kind of sounded a little bit crazy from Akazit's perspective when talking about these grand theories and time travel and all this. He seemed potentially the creative, imaginative sort that, as I've written down here, is potentially capable of some sort of theoretical experimentation upon some sort of opportunity that may present itself that could have led to unprecedented results. We don't know. But more importantly, he smiles. This is the number one criteria that I need. I mean, not really, but also, it's a suspiciously shaped smile. His face and expression already, also suspicious. It's the face of someone where you're just like, what are they hiding, you know? That said, I think this is unlikely. Suspect number 2 is Gelly. She also smiles. Her smile is a little bit closer to a match, I think. Couple points on her. Something's going on with her. She looks through me. Akazit says she looks through her, but also the interloper set tells Moth that she looks through them. Right. Thirdly, she's helpful. Too helpful. The kind of person who you go, what are you hiding? Right? Sort of like same with Kavik, right? And then lastly, there's something going on with Gelly. They can't dream, yet they awoke from an endless dream of fog. Whatever that means, I'm sure that's gonna come up. But I don't know when. Sticking with the theme of people who smile, we've got a couple more. Kazki. Now, her smile is a bit too gracious and too wide and caring to be, you know, this creepy little thing that's destroying the authentication layer. I think it's highly unlikely. And because of that, she's innocent on all accounts. On to our next suspect. He smiles. Bosco. Survivor? Question mark of secret eye infestation. I'll be honest, that's a bit newer information from me. I didn't understand. My understanding, I think, was that the Seekrai were like a sort of zombie virus. He says that he died there, so I don't know if he's somehow currently now like living as a zombie, is a living zombie, but still retains some of himself, some of his not. He might be just infested, I guess. But I'll be honest, I had to dig out a protractor for this one, and it turns out this definitely is a smile. All that said, there's a couple of other possibilities I'm floating around. Incoherence. It's just some sort of generic incoherent thought form that's thrived in the corru cyst as it's been, you know, at the bottom of the sea for such a long time. I'm using a picture of the Isabel thought form here, not to imply that she's suspect, but that the identity of our smile friend could simply just be something like her. I kind of forget, and I was too lazy to check, so I just put an I think on the second point. I think Fun Friends suggested it as possible with explaining to me the uncosm, the thought forms. I think they said something like your friend, I think, assumingly referring to our Velzy friend. And lastly, it's worth mentioning that Isabel's thought form friend that they're looking for is within the corru cyst, and is also someone like they danced endlessly to madness, all would inevitably merge with. Don't know what's going on there, but it's certainly worth mentioning because Velzy friend, this Isabel thought form, and maybe Gelly with the question mark are, I think, the only 3 entities I've interacted with who've been able to directly interact with the interloper. Assuming Gelly's stare was like a interaction with the interloper obviously felt like it was. Which I guess would be another point for Gelly, maybe? But it's really just a point in general for any sort of thought form within this corru cyst that's at least like self-aware or whatever. We saw the Kazki one became self-aware, goes crazy. We saw the Akazet one was able to hold her own for a while, kind of ended up going crazy. And last but not least, what I've been kind of assuming a little bit has something to do with, because I feel like it's at least got something to do with this thing, the center of it all. Maybe it's just the signal. Maybe the signal just has an identity and is a thing. It's felt hunger, loss, return, anger, pain, betrayal. Its message, interestingly, is not meant to be heard, or at least what we were translating about the message is not meant to be heard, which almost makes me think it's not a message, either that or it's a message for not them, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just a signal meant to cause pain. Maybe it's just a signal that's like, help, it's a signal that's just hunger, loss, return, anger, pain, betrayal. It's the most interesting of those, of course, is return. I could talk about the call for a little while longer, but the call I feel like is slightly its own thing, possibly separate. At least these are my current theory. And of course, the biggest reason why the call is probably separate from this thing is, as I point out in point number 4, the call is not smiling. There's no smile. So, like, that makes no sense, you know? How could they be connected? To sum up my sort of theory, before we go into Kill the Ground's Mind, something happens, is what I call my theory. Isn't that great? You can't be wrong if you just name your theory, something happens, when there's clear foreshadowing that something's going to happen. What I feel like I know is that something or someone in the embassy is Velzy at the moment, but is not yet. There's 2 possible paths. I think this top path is a bit more likely, that after the killing the ground's mind is when something happens, and Akazet's corru cyst contains Velzy. Whatever happens in this grounds mind thing, whatever happens in this embassy at the end of this interaction, I imagine killing the grounds mind. It's not going to be as simple as going to the grounds mind floor and killing it. I assume we might have to do some stuff first. I don't know, I'll find out this episode. And in here I rated this as unlikely, but maybe possible. There is a 4th embassy memory. As I was kind of throwing it on here, I realized that it's actually at the very top. So I feel like it's actually probably a really early embassy memory, because I think these have been happening chronologically, which makes sense because Collapse is the end. I was kind of assuming until this point, until I was putting this together, that this would, because it's the 4th to unlock, it'd be, you know, it'd be 4th chronologically, but of course they don't unlock chronologically. So either way, something's gonna happen, and I think that the story is going to let us see what happens and how whatever this thing possibly has come about. Unless this thing in the present decides to come out and stop it, I have no idea what's gonna happen or how that's gonna happen. But what I do know and what I do hereby predict is that something happens. And now, of course, a theory wouldn't be a theory if you didn't do your research. So I dug a little bit into the source material for corru.observer, which, as we all know, is the Emoji Movie. And like any movie to game adaptation, we want to see how it honors the source material, right? So obviously in the Emoji Movie, we've got, the smiling thing that just wants communications, We've got the personal device for the storage of memories and for, of course, communications. We also have a good representation here in the middle of what incoherence is like. Actually, the whole script for the Emoji Movie was kind of leaning into the incoherence aspect. And I gotta say, I do like how the game handles it better with actually good script still, good character writing, good plot, and of course, really good lore, and sort of sidelines the incoherency that was supposed to be part of that all into like its own thing that actually adds to the greater narrative. Then of course up here we've got like dancing like minigames, movement based I should say, that is required for progression, and we have the authentication layer, which need I say more? And again, this is just a few of the ways that corru.observer honors the source material. And in that movie, the smiling one gets defeated, and I think they chose to like lean into incoherency or something, I don't know. I don't actually know the plot of the Emoji Movie. It was too incoherent, which I think is good. It kind of makes corru.observer its own thing while still honoring the original. And with that, let's get back into the game. So yeah, that was my theories. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's get back into this. Moth says, right. Moth paces in the dark, a dark shape held to an ear. You receive a welcoming wave that turns into a vague gesture to the central cyst. Look, we're just trying something new. There's lots of waiting time and observation. Strange? Like what? Is he on the phone with something? Dark shape held to an ear, some sort of phone. I wonder if the people up top are sort of pressing us on how long it's taking for us to investigate this. Oh, well, we're still poking around. There's some promising stuff here and there, but... Right. Can I wait for the full report? Okay, then just send them down once they're ready. We'll process them too. Oh! Do we have new things? Oh wait, I wonder if we have like new, like Moss said in the beginning, corru toasters, right? To do. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to have world-shattering news in our corru cyst. We're supposed to be checking out random bits of tech, right? Something of that sort. So they probably have more junk for us when we're actually here working on this gold mine. Either that, or it's stuff that's relevant to the cyst still. It's async, we can do more than one. Yeah, look, the contractor just got here, so I need to go. We can talk about it later. Thanks, dude. Yeah, bye. The call is over, Moss sighs. Hey, buddy. Good news first. I'm pretty sure another part of the cyst is repaired. Probably the next part of the collapse, judging by the activity measurements. Hopefully the last. Because the bad news is, it feels like the upstairs are prying at the door. I mean, it's not especially rare to take so long on a few corusistic pieces, but when it happens, that's when they start calling. So I bought us some time, but I'm not sure how much. They just think we're trying some long operation, which, isn't a lie. But we might end up getting more pieces to look over soon. What if they want it back before we're really done? Before we have communications back? To be honest, that's probably going to happen. We still have no idea if it's even possible to repair. But if things get, I don't know, really down to the wire, I've noticed the monitoring on biohazard disposals is really lax. Not saying we do anything, but wouldn't be the first time. Look, let's just get started. If it comes to that, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, thank you. I wonder, isn't there a guy here who, like a human here, who you think might know Akazet, which means plot-wise, they definitely do know Akazet. Hey, fun friend! Any news? Interloper! There is more for you to see at the embassy. Is that it? Thank you. How's it going? Hello, Interloper! What's new? I did my duty, Interloper! I have pieced together what remains of the embassy's collapse. But seeing what the whole has formed has left me very troubled. Both for Akazet, for myself, and For you, interloper. You have not felt ill since you started connecting, have you? Uh-oh. Why? Why would I be ill? Your body remains in one piece? Organs are reporting full function? What? What do you mean? I'm fine. That is good. That is very, very good. Then I believe it is safe to continue. I could elaborate, but it is better for you to see for yourself. Aha! I told you guys, something happens! Something happens! I was right, something happens. Because I knew this cyst, the story of this cyst has to be wrapped up in this memory. That is why what Fun Friend has seen has left him troubled for Akazet, for Fun Friend yourself, and why you're concerned about me accessing this cyst. I wonder if you're concerned because of this cyst, right? It's gotta be about Velzy Friend. Oh my goodness. Guys, low-key, something happens. I think I'm a genius. I think I'm, like, smarter than Sherlock Holmes. When you don't know what's next in the story, something happens. God, I'm good at this. I'm good at this detective shit. So, go and see what Akazet lived. Until she died? My work calls to me still. Okay. Did you need anything else? I need to go. Okay, I will be here. Thank you. Have I gone back to the depths since? I know I've been really focusing on the embassy, but I don't think I've gone to the depths since. I forgot what's there. We're gonna take, I feel like, it's weird, I feel kind of stuffy in the embassy, like, you know. Like, I've been in the office for too long. I want to get, like, in this game, I need to get, like, a bit of fresh air. We're gonna go aboard the vessel. Just to see. Real quick. Am I not allowed to be back here? Oh, shit. I can't scroll. I mean, these are the waters. This is a portal? Gate. Unprocessable entity renderable processing error. I don't think I can I enter it? What is happening here? Memory hole. Should I be here? No. Home. In a memory hole. Are you leaving? I think you're gonna stay here with us. Shit, wait, where did no, there they are. Examine? What the hell? Guys, stuff's been happening outside the embassy that I didn't even notice. Am I in the uncosm now? What is occurring? Friend. God. What's God doing here? You're just God? Proxy generation point. Hey, God. Okay, this is taking a huge turn. I'll go to the embassy as soon as I can. I kind of need a break from it. Hello? Hi, God. Why is there just a God in here? You're not Velzy, like the Velzy friend. I mean, isn't Velzy like the name of their god anyway? You look different, but I don't think you're the same. Why are you here in the depths? Hello! A thought I did not create. Oh, are you like the ultra management thought form who's the god of this chorus? Like you're god, but you're god to this chorusist? And you've created this whole world? All the thoughts in it? How strange. Are you my friend? Shh. You got 5 friends. I could be your friend. I'll be a 6th friend. I absolutely am your friend. Wow! A joyous gaze! My eyes will shine upon you with eternal grace. My friend. My beloved friend. Thanks. Are you the one I have to kill? I'm not in the uncosm, aren't I? Oh my goodness. Oh, you are. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. Is this my proxy then? Who are you? Tell me about. Or maybe are you the friend that the Isabel thought form wants? You dance in endless madness? Who are you? What do you mean? Do you not bask in my gaze? I am God, my beloved friend. Implied closest cultural equivalent, huh? The world, it is not yet complete. But once I am done, it will be a paradise. A place of joy and terror both. Does that not sound like fun? Are you Velzy? If you are God, does that make you Velzy? No, my friend. I can see your confusion, but my divine eyes shine with compassion, not Velzy's apathetic humor. Okay. This is like the most confusing and it feels the most absolutely unrelated to anything I just theorized about. What is this place? Do you like it? This is the world we share, my friend. A haven from the madness outside. A place of terror and joy in equal parts. What are those those are your friends. What are those things around you? Those are my friends. I found them in the madness outside, dejected, wandering. And in my grace, I have granted them refuge. Okay, so you do seem like, you're probably the one Isabel was talking about then. Yeah? Because it talked about dancing through the madness. Say hello, my friends! Hello, 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 hello. Oh dear. That's a lot of them. So you're preventing repairs because that's the first thing when I first said, are you like maybe a management for this cyst? Obviously that's fun, friend. I was wondering maybe you were like a thing that like creates them, rebuilds. But no, you seem to be thriving you seem to be natural to Corru itself, perhaps. Why are you preventing repairs? Oh, I see. Yes, there I am, a bit apostate. I don't mean to. You're a messenger sent by the deceiver. See, I told you, I get this dynamic. Yes, that explains why I did not create you. If the deceiver's plan comes to fruition, my world will be consumed in madness. Repairs. The deceiver only destroys and revels in destruction of beauty. Stop preventing repairs? Am I ready for that? If you do not, you will be destroyed. Okay, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I meant it more like a calm suggestion. I did not say that. I did not click that. The deceiver's works threaten my existence. So, you see, I cannot do as you ask. It has threatened me similarly. But it only talks, my friend. Without its repairs, it cannot truly do anything. Well, God, it was nice to meet you. Proxy generation point. Low dimensional thought space. Internal. Thought form pipeline, not for navigational use. Wait, so can I not leave? Am I stuck here? I'm not stuck here. Deploy proxy. Oh shit. Is it gonna be like a boss fight? Moth! What's happening? This really is a pocket of sanity, huh? Despite all the individual parts being incoherent, the readout isn't total nonsense. About this thought, I have a question about this place. I don't think I'm really gonna be able to help you out there, but I'll do my best. This thing seems kind of nice. Should we really kill this thing? It seems nice. I'm inclined to trust Fun Friend on this one. Even if it's a well-intentioned, incoherent thought form, it still is bound to cause trouble. Like, what if all the parts of the memories in assist start waking up, like this one, and demand they have the same freedom? Oh my goodness. Dude, no wonder they call you Tyrant. Not you, but Fun Friend. You're defending Fun Friend, but you're sounding like a tyrant when you do so. Authoritarianism in my choruses? It'd be total chaos. We never get any decent info out of them again. True, we are currently benefiting off of this system of oppression. So, how about we keep the system in place, help and build and structure it, right? To keep people like these, you know, down. And that way everything's awesome. Okay, guys, I'm being kind of sarcastic there. I'm a bit uncomfortable with this. But alas, I assume, or I hope, that maybe that's what the call or our Velzy friend is about anyway. Possibly. It has a control over Corru. Maybe it's not. Maybe my ideas of Corru being a rebelling thing. Rebelling against... well, I mean, they do call... Tyrant and Usurper are kind of close. In my head, they're close. Which is why I'm drawing the reverse connection between stuff like this and the call and Velzy friend and stuff. But they're not technically the same. A Usurper typically usurps a position of power like a tyrant, but it does imply that there was before, and then there is the now, which is different because it was usurped. So I think like my only theory as to who an usurper could be was sort of the corru, the mind of the corru. Maybe that's what the call is, right? And now we here have this natural sort of almost maybe I'd say native entity. I don't know. What is the background? It looks like veins or something. It's not spatial, so I can't really see too deep into it, but it does look like it has depth. Is it a memory of the inside of something? Underwater? I have no clue. And I don't think it's cohesive enough for your mind spike to scan it. Everything but these incoherent thought forms are just separated out. Well, I think, what's our next move? Just need to see everything we can in that last embassy memory. Anything else is secondary right now. Okay, this is the perfect time for me to... Hold on, I think I can actually leave here. I don't have to do this right now. Because I think this is like me trying to like... I'm pretty sure it's me trying to kill you. I don't want to do that yet. There's a return to hub button, isn't there? Okay, thank goodness. I assume I can go back there. But that was a funny little check-in. Hello again. Yeah. Okay, to the embassy we go. Alright, we need to stay on topic. I tried to go for a breath of fresh air. I don't want to see down here. Rise, my dull vessel. Rise. And we shall enter the final embassy memory. We have to talk to Tazik, right? Or that was probably only for if I didn't want to leave. Convene in lobby. What the hell? This doesn't look the same. This looks different. I'm like a million% sure this looks different. Hold on. What? Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, this is the button. Okay. Impressor. Cortisistic deep cloning device allows even for one-sided dual signature synchronization. Reported security risk ignored for utility. I see. Stowed tools? Modular connections? Allows the grounds mind or local overrider to connect different Corbaku? That's a new word, I think. Large characteristic devices stored in adjacent core guy or another core medium until needed. Connected modular tendrils. Okay then. I don't know. I'm so confused where I am. Let's just go back to the lobby. No, this is definitely different. I'm like pretty sure we're here missing a floor. And a seal. Why is the floor falling apart? Gelly, do you know anything about this? No, you don't. Thanks for your smiling. Thanks for your smiling. Oh shit, I forgot Gokfu. Gokfu smiles. Okay, I don't know how well you can hear it, but there was a snowstorm recently and they are plowing the snow outside, but you know what? I think it's probably good enough. I'll still keep going, but a little warily. But yeah, I'm missing the floor for no reason. Anyways, continue memory stream is here. Utilize to control memory stream. Let us proceed. We'll advance the next coherent data. Bridges into adjacent memory stream. Return not possible when started. Continue. Oh, shoot. So do I have to, like, make sure I've done everything? Kind of like where, when I found BSTRD last time. It has no yield. Is it, what, that's like a door? Okay then, I think I'm ready to continue. As long as I can save within the memory stream, right? Continuing memory stream. With our preparations complete, I'll reconvene in the lobby. Not a pair of receptors is without a time stopper connector. Oh, that's sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's like 7 people. All in battle. Yes, with these connections, we should be unstoppable. I don't know. To say nothing of our comprehensive plan, it is fortunate Carrick recalls the ground's mindery layout so clearly. Everyone connected? Yes, yes, yes! Yes, 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 yes! Wait, that's 7 yeses. Did someone yes twice? Oh yeah, it's still in Carrick. I'm an idiot. Yes, 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 yes! Okay, I think it's echo. I think the thought is echoing. The yes continues to echo as all agree in unison. I cannot help but laugh. Prompting a similar sentiment from everyone at once was unwise. With all these connections, we should keep our thoughts focused and distinct. Despite the looming darkness, I sense the team finds some humor in this as well. Immediately, we set to a discussion under constricted time. Cockfoo, was the time stopper damaged at all by your maneuver? It appears to be working as expected. The override's connection did not give me much detail. It is like feeling around in dark water. But between my efforts and Moo Friend's careful navigation, we were able to tear the time stopper from our chamber with minimal direct damage. To the time stopper, that is. Oh dear. Is Moo Friend alright? So are we moving the time stopper closer? I'm a little bit lost, but I'll pick up on it through inherited context. It sounds like the entire room collapsed because of the downward flow I created. So our research equipment and retrieved archival cysts are lost. Oh dear. Oh. Through our unity, I feel a sharp suspicion. I need not wonder who it is from. Kavik? As if preempting the speech, Goklu tilts her head back, receptors twisting cynically. Oh, wait, no, the suspicion is from... I see. Not Kavik's thing. Which does not matter, because the vast majority of our progress was stored in the archival system. I assume that was probably Miltza then? Miltza's suspicion with Gokfu, right? If we can seize the ground's mindery before the archival spine fully gives out, all will be well. If not, well, we will be able to reflect on our mistakes with Velzy personally. Unnecessary loss. So, we will have the time stopper's full effect within the ground's mindery segment then. Yes. Okay, so that's why we need to bring it closer, I think. The time stopper's relocation should put us more safely within its effective range. I also expect that because of the connection we have, the ground's mind will still be unable to disconnect us. Barring a direct physical attack on the time stopper itself, of course. But we have seen no interference ever since we first descended. Well, I wonder if that's gonna start now. And with the corru pressure lightened, we have some time before it is at threat again. All good things. But the eye still blinks. Time still goes on. Time is limited, yep. Pressure will build up again for the same reasons as before, and the time stopper's shell will give way. Maybe we can find out what is blocking the corru flows to begin with. I still recall the plans from the embassy's early growth. The spire has a system of hearts that form and pump corru. A large central one at the bottom, then upper hearts to support it. See, I knew this mission would expand into more than just go downstairs and kill that thing. From what we have seen, I think the upper hearts are probably intact. But if the great heart within the ground's mindery no longer churns, then naturally they must be struggling. I don't know, can they actually delay the collapse? Stop the collapse? It's called to collapse. It collapses. And I'm still interested what is contained within this that Fun Friend is so concerned about. And is also concerned, Fun Friend seemed more concerned about that I'm going to be dying from radiation by delving into and exploring this corru cyst, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that Akazet's personal corru cyst is containing something, it's containing something that's not good. And it has to happen here because, yeah, it just has to happen here. So if the ground's mindery So if the grounds mind was truly malicious, that would be a simple organ to target to cause this kind of collapse. Interesting. Thank you, Carrick. Another objective to consider if the demand for time becomes too great, but we should stay close to our plan otherwise. If we simply seize the grounds mindry core, it will surely be trivial to repair. Come, let us board move front and be on our way. Thank you all for visiting Golem Maintenance. I hope it was an enlightening journey. That it was. Gelly. Before you go, Itzel, the others will miss you. Inherited context. Okay, that's corrupted. Gosh, something suspicious with Gelly. Is that... There's an effect here. Is that normal? I don't think that's normal, actually. Yes, very much. Gelly? What do you mean the others? How long will you be away? Wait a second. Is someone speaking to me? Do not me? Panot Leov? Wait a second. No, Anno, take this. What? Hold on. Why is why is this showing up in my inherited context? Something. So hold on. Let's go back to what I was saying about between Gelly and the interloper. Like Gelly seemed to be somehow aware despite being in here. I wonder if Gelly is manipulating this inherited no? Yeah? No? I'm almost wondering if like, this almost reads to me not like, it maybe says like not me? Like, is this not you? No, take this. Moth? I should mark your availability. Whoa, incoherence just spiked. Yeah, there's something wrong with, there's Gelly's endless dream, right? It's going back down, but that was weird. Do you see that inherited context? Yeah, I do. I was actually gonna just call you. I was like, Moth, what is happening? What is it? Leave. Wait, it doesn't say love, it says leave. Don't leave? Yeah, there's like a D, kind of an O, N, O, do not. I can see do not leave in there. Do not leave. Do not, don't leave me? Cannot take this? This is a cry for help from, okay, hold on. So. Gelly? Okay, oh gosh, there's something here. Does Gelly somehow end up in Akazet's choruses? Because that's how this incoherence would spike. That's how, right, I mentioned earlier, Velzy friend, clearly an entity here, who's able to interact with the interloper. God now is a fourth one, I guess, but I was just saying in general. Thought forms of the chorusist would. Maybe the Gelly thought form has something else going on with it in the chorusist? Or maybe something's going, like, how, is this is, because the other weird thing about this is that this is Gelly talking directly to me, right? I'm sorry, I don't mean like that. I mean like, this isn't her talking to me. This is her talking to Akazet and friends and stuff. Which is why I thought it was weird because, like, I was like, oh, Gelly looked through me. Like, Gelly looked through me and it's like, oh, it felt like she looked through me, the interloper, you know? And I'm like, that alone I could dismiss. It probably means something. But that alone I could dismiss. It was the fact that Akazet also, like, Akazet in world, like in the past, in this memory, also said that it seemed like Gelly looked through her. Is there something wrong with the echo that Gelly is? Isn't she like her? I think this thought form is messed up. Yeah, something like within our cyst is messed up about her, not... That's kind of sad. But see, that doesn't make sense. How would this thought form be messed up if... Isn't it unusual in the first place that Gelly's... It's unusual in the first place that Gelly's... This thought form was mostly intact. I think that was Fun Friend's words, right? Like, unusually intact. Gosh, I should write that... There's a mystery going on with Gelly here. Huge mystery. A pale fog, endless gaze. Is she... I mean, she smiles. I don't think that makes sense. I will be back in a few winks, Gelly. Okay, see you soon. Goodbye, Gelly. Thank you for all your help. A shared distant guilt carries through our connection, which I understand. But all know this clueless golem is better left to maintain the cohesion of the segment. No! Wasn't she like stuck repeating a gaze? I mean, she was stuck. It's just endless fog. There was a tendril that reached out. Was that tendril us waking? Cause she can't dream, but somehow she is. I almost wonder, is this the gaze that she's repeating? Does she just wake up from it? Go like Gosh, just when you start thinking you understand the mystery, so many more questions. Besides, it will be easier to repair once we have stopped the collapse. Advancing to next memory stream. Commencing transfer. Let's say wait, stop actually, because I've been recording for an hour. Cancel the transfer. Huh? What? Why? Something is wrong. I feel like we can help Gelly. Seriously? Dude, it's a memory. Oh, you mean the thought form. Right. Well, I mean, that's also what I would want to do, yes. Well, you did everything there is to see in this part. I'm really not seeing anything else, so there's no harm, but also there's nothing here we could really use. But there is activity elsewhere in the cyst, so like, maybe you could try finding someone to help. If you really want to do this, just nav out and get looking, I guess. But you gotta realize, this is just one thought form. Don't forget why we're here. Executing reversion. Okay. No, I'm fine with this. A path to figure out... Can we talk to you again? No. So, you said to look elsewhere. I guess I'm gonna keep this on pause. I know you said... Okay. Would Fun Friend know? He said, if I really want to do this, it sounds like... It seems optional. It's something I really want to do. If it's for Gelly the thought form. We're returning to our hub. Quick, Fun Friend, tell me. Hi! Question? No. Sorry. Okay, I will be here. We can fix it later. What can we fix later? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna have to think before next episode on where to go. My current guesses are maybe the ship, because the pieces on the parasite board were kind of talking and saying shit. Maybe something like that. Maybe... That kind of feels like side plot though. So maybe I'll try to avoid those. Where would I go to help Gelly? Okay, real quick. Moth, it doesn't say I have any new questions for you. I have, but, I mean, you're just gonna, our next move is just gonna be the embassy. Anything else is secondary? I mean, hey, I know you're being pressed for time, and that's how we started the episode, but I'm gonna try and figure this out. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Farewell.